I'm running for president. Say I am running for president, and my platform centers around raising taxes for 90% of Americans and only cutting taxes for the top 10 to really 1%. Are you going to vote for me? And if you're Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, don't answer because we know what you're going to say. I'm going to assume the answer is no. And that's why this entire situation is so wild, because Donald Trump is running on that platform. Exactly. His economic proposal, and he's touting it everywhere, is to essentially raise taxes on 90% of Americans, the lower 90%, and cut them for the highest. Take this in. So his proposal is to put a 10% tariff on every import coming into the United States and a higher tariff up to 60% on Chinese imports, because none of us buy anything that's made in China, right? Now this, bear in mind, is the more sane of his two economic proposals, because he also floated the idea recently of getting rid of the income tax completely and going to all tariffs. Now, this idea was roundly panned by everybody, even conservative economists, because the income tax brings in $2 trillion a year. If we get rid of it, we have to tax our $3 trillion worth of foreign imports at about 133% in order to make up that difference. Guess who pays that? You and me. But let's stick with his more moderate proposal for a second, the 10% tariff on everything coming in from overseas plus 60% from China. Donald Trump is doing this because he wants to reinstitute his 2017 tax cuts, which, by the way, will cost the economy $3.9 trillion over 10 years. Remember, please, Donald Trump added $8 trillion to our national debt in his first term. $8 trillion. And he's coming to do it again. So he added $8 trillion. Why? Because rich people and corporations got tax cuts, and now they want more. They're already paying insanely low rates, but it's not low enough. So Donald Trump wants to put that cost on us by increasing the cost of imported goods. Those increases, of course, will be passed on to us, the consumers, because, prices are not high enough already. Yes, the other big part of Trump's economic policy platform is repealing the ACA, so don't forget that as our taxes are going up, healthcare costs will be too. So every economist who's looked at this plan says that if it were implemented, the average American, not the top richest ones, but the average American would pay somewhere between $1,600 and $2,500 a year more in taxes. The richest would save $325,000 a year in taxes. And that's under the more quote-unquote moderate Trump plan. Were he to execute the other one, the all tariffs, no income tax, lower and middle class households are going to see something like a $5,300 to $8,100 a year increase in their taxes, while the very richest will pay $1.5 million less a year. So again, imagine I'm running for president and my platform is I want to make the obscenely rich more obscenely rich, and I want you to pay for it. And I'm also going to take away your health care. Are you going to vote for me? The correct answer is no. Because as an economic policy goes, that is garbage. Unless, of course, you are Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, because in that case, I know you are all in.